It's that time of the year again when Rotary is changing power. In 1905, Paul Harris thought of this very exciting institution called Rotary. Presidents, incoming presidents, does your family know what you do in Rotary? Does the country, Uganda, the district understand what you're doing in the different communities you work in? The Rotary moment is here to showcase what you have done throughout the year. Your projects, your installation, president-elects, get in touch with the Rotary moment so that we can showcase, show your installation, get to know what you're doing. Your host, Caro Chaze Kakoza, waiting for your call. BBS Telefina, AFP.
The Rotary Moments Show. We bring you and Rotary closer.
From the district leadership change to the Rotary Club's leadership change. Coming to you live on the Rotary Moment here in Mengo, Bulange, as the Rotary Club of Kasangati changes leadership. The installation of the 19th President of Kasangati, Elizabeth Sempebwa, and the guest of honor is Owechitibwa Charles Peter Maiga. It is an interesting time for all Rotary clubs because they get to change leadership. They get to enjoy the new ideas of the new leaders. Right now, we have all the leaders in a tent just behind me. And of course, it's supposed to be scientific because of COVID-19. But we would like you to enjoy and understand Rotary a little bit more. These times, usually in every year, we enjoy ourselves by talking about what Rotary has been, community projects. And we ensure that we give accountability for all the money that has been given to our community projects. I'd like you to enjoy from your sitting rooms, enjoy and understand and listen to what Rotary is. I'll take you now to the function that is happening now because the guest of honor has already arrived and we would like you to enjoy this installation.
Tukulembele mukubo lyafe Yesu tuja kwangu wako okukugobereranga kwato mukono tutuse uwo.
Kale basibone banyawo mutule. That was the prayer that we recognize. Allow me to quickly recognize protocol so that all the speakers who are here, when you come, you just say, ladies and gentlemen. Please join me with a hand clap to welcome Owechitibwa Charles Peter Maiga, the Katikiro. Join me to recognize past District Governor Robert Wagwan Sibirwa, who was District Governor 2015-2016, but also the second Deputy Katikiro and Minister of Finance. Recognize with me President, the 18th President of the Rotary Club of Kasangati, President Mildred Bahemuka Paul Harris Fellow. Join me to recognize the Rotaract President of Kasangati, President Winston Monsana. The President of the Rotaract Club of Nangabo, Rotaract President Juliana Ahumuza. Join me to recognize the Assistant Governor 2019-2020, Michael Murithi from the Rotary Club of Nkumba. Kamange, next in protocol are the incoming leaders. Please join me to welcome President-elect Elizabeth Sempebwa and his aunt, Professor Edward Frederick Sempebwa. Our guest of honor, men in Rotary, when you are married to a Rotarian, you are called Ande. And the wife, if she's not a Rotarian, she's called an Ann. So that's there. Please join me to recognize the Rotaract presidents that are coming in, the president-elects of the Rotaract Club of Nangabo, Rotaract Lokia Nachuala. And the Rotaract President-elect of the Rotaract Club of Kasangati, Rotaract Joanna Namirimo. Our chief guest, Tuina Nebarotarians abalala abakunavu, Tuina past President Francis Bule, mukama wange atengera oyo namateka mukukutivu naye ali wano. Past President Julie Kamuze Musoke naye yali muweereza Rotary Club ye Kasangati. Mukama wange the incoming Assistant Governor who will be serving with Elizabeth, Assistant Governor Harriet Bampera Obo from the Rotary Club of Kisugu Victoria View. She's also here. Other Rotarians from the Rotary Club of Kasangati, Rotarian Ivan Wata, who is the incoming youth director, and Rotarian Carol, who will be Ababe Ruth, who will be the incoming public relations officer. Madam, the outgoing president came with her daughter, Amanda, who is now part of the outgoing first family. Mkamwange, that is the protocol. I see other Rotarians that have joined us. Thank you for joining us. The rest of the others are Rotary affiliates and crew. Protocol has been recognized. At this juncture, allow me to invite Rotaractor Musana Winston, who is the outgoing president of the Rotaract Club of Kasangati, to make brief remarks. Musana.
Our distinguished guests, thank you all for making time to attend this function. At the start of the Rotary year 2019-2020, we had three main objectives. The first was to promote fellowship and friendship among club members. Thanks to past President Leona Kavenge, we had a good number of club meetings that mainly focused on equipping members with information that is essential in our lives now that a number of us have started new families. The second objective was to maintain the club membership and invite more members to the club. Alice Nabagesera, Martin Mukoli, Ronald Walusimbi, and Alex Musasizi, thank you so much for making it for our weekly meetings and endeavoring to bring a colleague along every Friday. The third objective was to impact positively to the community of Kasangati. The best way to execute community projects is through sustainable partnerships. It is on this note that I would like to thank Agritex Uganda Limited for the generous support towards the community of Kasangati and specifically the pupils and staff at St. Maria Goretti Primary School. Agritex Uganda Limited fully funded and installed a water purification system at the school, which is serving the school community with clean and safe drinking water at all times. My club members have not let me down at all, as they have always represented the club at various district and club and country activities, as well as continuously visiting other clubs in the district. Unia Kainembawazi, Ibra Chizito, Enoch Kajova, Alex Luchamzi, Sozi Hussein, Rotarian Asumpta, Rotarian Lilian, Mark Maiga, Regan Impaji, Collins Kakaire. These ladies and gentlemen have always, and I believe they will always have, the Rotary Club of Kasangati at heart. Thank you for always making our Fridays a family reunion. Our plans of serving the community were unfortunately disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic, and it is on this note that President-elect Joanna Namirim will continue to steer our efforts. I pledge continued support to my family of the Rotary Club of Kasangati in all ways that I can manage to be of useful purpose. Thank you for your support and guidance during this leadership season, and I look forward to continued service in a fun way. Viva la Rotaract, viva la Rotary. Thank you.
Sabo bale nnyo omuweereza Winston Musana, mukama wangu mugenyi omukulu kati abafuuse immediate past president, era ajja kubanga yakola mu kusomesa training and making sure that the club is fit. At this moment, allow me to invite the other member of our family, Rotaractor Juliana Humuza, who is the president of the Rotary Club of Nangabo until the 30th of June 2020, to come and make her remarks. Julian.
Thank you very much, MC. Our invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all. This year has flown by and seems just like only a short time ago that I was elected president. And first, I would like to thank God for He has been there throughout my whole journey as president. Well, today we welcome ladies of courage, intelligence, and wit. Congratulations, ladies. Rotary needs people like you. Well, I would like to thank my club members for the privilege they gave me by electing me at a very young age. I remember I was like 19, to lead the club and putting their faith in me. And in the same breath, I congratulate Miss Rukia Nachiwala, who is succeeding me, and wish her all the best in her new role as president. Well, this year, our main aim was to work towards an impactful project, increase membership, visibility, and so on. From the result of successful recruitment drive, we have been delighted to induct 4 new members into the club who have contributed so much, and 5 who were due induction, bringing the total to 9 members. There will be more as the club flourishes. And I would like to thank our PR team, for they have done a real good job. Well, we managed to raise some funds through our weekly fellowships and charter night, which were used to support our project. Our first project was about fighting menstrual stigma in young girls, and it was in partnership with the Rotary Club of Steubenville, USA. It was a project carried out at Chitegoba Primary School in Nangabo on 9th, where we reached out to 300 pupils by providing sanitary wear and scholastic materials for their education. We also had a joint medical camp with the Rotary Club of Kampala Central, Kampala East, and Nigeria. It was in Chitezi. And we managed to provide dental services and sensitization, HIV testing and counseling, family planning services, maternal health services, where we provided mama kits to 239 people. Well, in my Rotary year, I've also managed to cooperate so well with other Rotary and Rotary clubs. We've participated in several occasions and fundraisers, where I must say proudly that we won most of them and scooped away the awards. We've also managed to participate in district and country projects plus conferences. For example, Cancer Run, the Ray, DCA, Rotary Ladies at Work, the Boot Camp, Ryland, Giraffe Dinner. Well, during the Ray edition, I must say proudly and thank all that contributed, we managed to scoop the award for the most contributors towards saving the planet. Well, I would also love to say Nangabo is a club that is so dear to my heart, and I want to express my deep appreciation and gratitude to everyone that has supported me in my journey of leadership. My friends and family, which adopted Rotaract as their own, they have supported me emotionally and financially. The strength of a team is each member, and I recognize the efforts of each one of you. I watched my club members leave fellowships late to go back to their homes, and this was to endeavor that they attended all club events. I would like to thank them for their unfailing support and excellent cooperation. I must say you have been a pillar of my success. Thanks to all members of the Rotary Club of Nangabo. And we also managed to work closely with other people outside Rotary circles, and I must say that's Comfort Cottages, which has offered us a venue and unfailingly almost every fellowship that we attend. I'd also like to thank my mother club, for they have supported extra support, and I must say I appreciate so much. And I would ask them to please continue and double the efforts for my next president. I'd like to thank Rotarian Lillian, who was my youth director, my ADR Mildred, women in Rotary of the Club of Steubenville, different Rotary clubs that partnered with us, the doctors and Alma Care that supported our dental camp, and various guest speakers that spare their time to come and share the words of wisdom. As I conclude, I would love to leave a message for the incoming presidents as they get into their year. Well, a famous leader once quoted, "No man will make a great leader who wants to do it all by himself and get all the credit by doing it." This simply means leaders and members, we need each other, and we all have a special role to play for the success and development of our clubs. My dear presidents, you cannot do it alone, so you need your teams on board. Well, I would like to welcome and look forward to the next year in safe hands of the incoming President Rukia, who I know her commitment, hard work, enthusiasm, and courage will move the club. I assure you of my support, or our support, I must, as a club. But in particular, allow me to say that I have a very strong commitment In relation to service, you can count on my total cooperation, Madam President, in relation to the objectives that you have laid and outlined in the priorities of the club in your year. Congratulations once again, President Elizabeth, Rukia, and Joanna. I wish you all every success in your future endeavors and all in your enjoyable year. I'd like to also recognize the different presidents that helped me, people that put me in my way, because I had no idea of what I was doing, and I cannot stop at this alone without recognizing you. Thank you very much, and I'll ask everyone that supported me in my year to also carry the support into Rukia's year. Thank you all very much for listening.
That was the 5th president of the Rotary Club of Nangavo, President Juliana. At this moment, we have an audio of the history of the Rotary Club of Kasangati. Our chief guest, the function is live on BBS Telefina, and all the 4,000 Rotarians in this district are watching closely, scientifically from their sitting rooms. PP Francis would say with a bottle of Guinness. But it's going on live, and will continue as the audio goes on. Please play it. After that, we shall have Mildred come through.
The Rotary Club of Kasangati was started by 18 gentlemen who were friends, and they had a club called Bumu. They used to sit in Kasangati over a drink, share their jokes and issues. And one time, Rotarian, the late Rotarian Njuba, invited Rotarian Rutagi to join them in one of their meetings. And when Rotarian Rutagi joined them, he thought they were very good people and worth forming a Rotary Club. He encouraged them to join that club. He mentored them. They together on the way. They also got other Rotarians within Kampala to guide them. And in the year 2002, they were able to charter the Rotary Club of Kasangati, which today we are very proud to belong to, all of us, especially me, the president. Thank you. Thank you, the charter members. We have Rotarian TM Kadu, a past president, who is a very active member of our club. He even joins the online meetings, and he really inspires me. Rotarian Gad transferred after retirement from Kampala, and is now resident in Mbarara, but he's a very active member of the Rotary Club of Mbarara. And we thank those two members for having chartered, for having initiated this Rotary Club to what it is today. And all the past presidents for all that you've done over the years. Thank you.
At this moment, allow me to invite the 18th president of the Rotary Club of Kasangati, Mildred Bahemuka, Paul Harris Fellow. Our guest of honor, Mildred, works with the Ministry of Works, Transport and Infrastructure. Please.
Thank you, MC. Our Katikiro. Thank you very much for hosting us in this very beautiful place. Personally, I've never been here, and I'm very excited. Thank you very much for your kindness. It's been an honor and exciting opportunity for me, personally, to join millions of people that unite and take action to improve humanity across the world, and especially for me to serve as president of the Rotary Club of Kasangati. On the 18th of May 2019, I was honored to be installed as president by PDG Kenneth Mugisha as the 18th president of the Rotary Club of Kasangati. And on Monday, 1st July 2019, together with my board, we took the mantle of leadership when I chaired my Beden Fellowship amid these very many people, and especially my colleagues, the connecting presidents. As we conclude the Rotary 2019-2020, I would like to congratulate the entire membership of Rotary Club of Kasangati and friends of our club for each and every step we've taken together to serve our communities. In a special way, I would like to thank my board, my advisors, particularly PDG Ken Mugisha, my stand governor, AG Michael Murithi. He's here with us this afternoon. AGE, Sophia Moeraki. She's been my advisor and very instrumental in all the activities that we've done at the club. PP Francis Bule. He's been my mentor, and he's actually the one who convinced me to accept presidency. I had kind of hesitated, I am sorry to say. And all the past presidents,
in the club. They've been very supportive. PP Julie, thank you. PP Ronald, thank you for committing time, resources, and your different vocations to improve our club. You advised me, you guided me, and your support has been unwavering. You made my presidency lighter, and together we were able to steer the club higher. Please allow me to highlight some of our achievements during the Rotary year. We implemented a global grant in partnership with Rotary Club of Brynmah and Rotary Club of Cardiff Bay in the UK for the construction of 5 boreholes in 2 districts of Wakiso and Mukono. These boreholes were in Makukuba, Gomve, Kabulo, Chitegomba, and Manyangwa. Construction is completed and the boreholes are already in use by the communities. The club embarked on construction of a 2-classroom block at Shared Blessing Junior School in our Doctor Village, Makukuba. The buildings are at roofing level and on track to be finalized before this Rotary year ends 30th June 2020. The club held one but very impactful Family Health Day at Kasangati Health Center in August last year, and we're very honored at this function to have a surprise visit from our district governor, Xavier Sentamu, and he donated blood. And please clap for him. We provided many of the best healthcare services and treated over 500 patients. Rotary Club of Kasangati, in partnership with Anti-Corruption Coalition of Uganda, we've installed a 10,000 water liter tank at Kasangati Health Center and mattresses and waste bins for the maternity wards. When the outbreak of COVID-19 was announced, we supported Kasangati prisons with hygiene supplies and equipment, including water cans, soap, disinfectants, sanitary towels, gloves, and masks, because their kind of work, they're at the front line, receiving all kinds of suspects and coming from all different areas. We thought they needed this the most, and indeed they are grateful. Our giving to the foundation has increased during the year. Our club has in total raised over $5,000 for the foundation during the year, and I'm truly grateful to the commitment and generosity of members of Rotary Club of Kasangati. We have maintained in the youth our 2 Rotary clubs, Rotary Club of Kasangati and Rotary Club of Nangabo, as you've seen the presidents, and our 4 interact clubs. And they have joined them in projects and in fellowships, and we thank you, our Rotaractors, for being with us in all our activities and for supporting us as the youth. Thank you so much. I would like to congratulate Rotary Club of Kasangati for winning the Bulletin Award in the district this Rotary year. We were the winners, and it was great. The Bulletin has been our brand, and it came out weekly with very informative and exciting stories. Thanks to all our readers and our writers. Professor Sempeba and P. Elizabeth have written in our Bulletin weekly. Professor, we thank you very much for that commitment. Kindly continue writing. P. Elizabeth, please continue writing. We shall also support you. Thank you all our readers. I'm sure everyone here has seen or heard about the tear gas bulletin, the bulletin for Rotary Club of Kasangati. My special thanks goes to Assistant Governor-elect Sophia Moiraki for sacrificing her time and resources to issue the bulletin every week and on time. We composed our first ever club anthem led by PP Julie Kamuzemsoke, and the anthem was launched by the Governor, Xavier Sentamu, during his official visit to our club. We procured a new signpost on Gayaza Road. We participated in Rotary activities, the Cancer Run and Fiverside, and all other activities. We held our quiz night as our flagship fundraiser and reached out to individual firms and organizations to support our cause. I'd like to thank the following for their partnership and friendship during the year. Rotarian Marilyn of Rotary Club of Brynmah, UK and Cardiff Bay, Ryan Jennifer Alton, and Rotarian Charlie Main, both of Rotary Club of San Luis in California, USA. I would like to thank Shared Blessing Junior School, Harris International and Corruption Court, Rotarian Kate Kangwaja. She's the proprietor of Kasangati Resort Center, where we host our fellowships, and she doesn't charge us for anything. Every time, every Monday evening, we sit there, and she gives us all the services. Rotarian Kate, we thank you very, very much. The people we've worked with are quite many. Maybe I will not finish all of them because of time, but we hope that the incoming board will continue to nurture these relationships we've established with our partners and friends. As we hand over club leadership to the new board, please join me in congratulating my sister and friend, Her Excellency President Elizabeth Sempewa. Rotarian Elizabeth, I'm very proud of you. I know you're a strong woman. You have over the years demonstrated your commitment to Rotary, and this year provides you an opportunity for you to implement the vision you have for Rotary Club of Kasangati. While the challenges that have been brought by COVID-19 are unprecedented, we can and should focus on the task we have ahead of us. There are many lives that depend on the little we offer, and I still believe that with innovation we can still do a lot more. I wish you very well and pledge my total support during your year. Once again, thank you to the club members for entrusting me to lead the club, for the support you gave me, for the members' commitment, and my special gratitude goes to my friends and my family represented here by my daughter Amanda. They've stood with me and encouraged me to accomplish this task. I thank you. Rotary Connects the World has been our theme this Rotary year. Indeed, we connected. We really connected, and we had a great year of service. I give glory to God who has enabled me to finish this year successfully, and I wish all of you the very best. May I have the honor to thank in a special way the Katikiro for having accepted to host us here. And please accept our club banner for the year 2019-2020. This is a symbol that we are connecting presidents. Kindly hang it wherever you find it suitable. Thank you, Your Honor.
That's when you stand. That's the official club banner of the Rotary Club of Kasangati. Now, the next events are going to run very fast unless you have scientific accommodation anywhere, but you must be mindful. So I'm going to invite Assistant Governor Michael here, AGE Harriet here. That is brief introduction. I'm also going to invite the two Rotaract incoming presidents, Lukia and Joanna, to please come, and Ivan, with social distancing, standing there. I'm giving you each 1 minute to approach. I will start with Assistant Governor, who is just introducing the incoming Assistant Governor of the club, briefly.
Thank you very much. I would first of all like to start by thanking the President of the Rotary Club of Kasangati, President Mildred, the members of RC Kasangati for a very good year of service. When I came to your club, you accepted me. I was a bit worried because when you are a new, younger Rotarian from RC Nkumba that was 5 years then you become assistant governor for a club that has been there for 18 years. I was a bit worried, but we've had a good time. Thank you very much for a job well done. Next to me here is a very beautiful lady from Busoga region. She's called Harriet Bampera Obo, who is a charter president of the Rotary Club of Kisugu Victoria View. So is our incoming assistant governor for this club. She's a very experienced lady. She's a member of and a faculty member for Rotary Leadership Institute, the RLI. She served in different areas in the district and in the country. She's a PHF ×2, which means she's donated over $2,000 to the Rotary Foundation. Her classification is in human resource, and like I said before, she's a charter president. Anyone who has been a charter president before knows that it's not very easy to be leading a new club. And therefore, Rotarians from Kasangati, I bring you able and a fantastic lady as an incoming assistant governor. I want to pledge my support to her and to President Elizabeth and to the members of RC Kasangati. I will always be a member of RC Kasangati, and I will try. I hope I'll get the support from President Elizabeth so that RC Kasangati and RC Nkumba can have a joint project. Thank you very much. Welcome your new Assistant Governor, Harriet.
Thank you, Michael. Please, Ivan, can I invite Joanna and Rukia to quickly come? And Ivan, each of them a minute, and we are done. Thank you.
Thank you so much, the MC. All protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you two very powerful ladies that are incoming presidents for the Rotary Clubs of Kasangati and Nangabo. I will start with the one of Kasangati. Dungu Namilimu Joanna has been one of the most active members of the Rotary Club of Kasangati, which she joined in 2016. She has served in a number of our positions, being the PR, being the club secretary, and of course the vice president. She's now the incoming president. She did a Bachelor of Arts in Makerere University, and she's currently working as a freelancer communication and documentation specialist. Ladies and gentlemen, Joanna Dungu Namilimu. On my right-hand side is Rukia Nachuara. She is the incoming president for the Rotary Club of Nangabo. She's a very powerful lady who has also been able to serve in quite a number of positions, including winning quite a number of awards for the Rotary Club of Nangabo, like the past president told you, Ahumuza Juliana. She studied in Makerere University, where she did a Bachelor of Social Sciences, and she's currently working with Properties Uganda. She has been a credit officer. She has also worked as acting HR for Uganda Driving Standard Agency. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome with me, Nachuala Rukia. Thank you so much.
At the opportune moment, tujja kubayita mukomewo. Mukaseera kano tugenda kwanjula omuweereza ow'Okumin'omwenda agenda okutwala entebe y'obukulembeze mu Rotary Club y'e Kasangati. Naye tugenda kusaba DJ to run the audio so that the introduction can be done in a short while. Thank you.
I'm Elizabeth Sempeva, happily married to Professor Edward Frederick Sempeva, and between us, we have parented several children and several grandchildren. Before I became a Rotarian, I worked with the Central Bank of Uganda, and now I've retired to Kitesmix Farm, where I spend a lot of our time. Today, as I become a Rotarian, I want to briefly tell you about how I became a Rotarian. I first went through the Inner Wheel Club of Kampala, which is a women volunteer organization, which is also working hand in hand with Rotary. My first assignment was to give out 5 wheelchairs to lame people. And when I saw these lame people moving to get their wheelchairs, I was humbled. And since then, I vowed to my God that I will serve and share whatever I have with the less needy in our communities. In my Rotary Club of Kasangati, where I'm coming the president today, I've been the membership director, I've also been the sergeant at arms, and I look forward to serving as the president of the Rotary Club with all my board members. I wish to invite many other people to come and join us so that we can take on this humanitarian service of serving humanity. Please come and join us as corporate members, as individual members, because the more hands we have, the more job we shall do. May God bless you all. Thank you very much. As individual members, because the more hands we have, the more job we shall do. May God bless you all. Thank you very much.
A bigger hand clap to the incoming president of the Rotary Club of Kasangati, who will lead this family as we go along. Sebo mugenyi omukulu okitiibwa Charles Peter Mayiga Katikkiro, omu ku baweereza be twalina mu klabu yaffe yawandiika akatabo. Akatabo ako yakawandiika naye oba mu mbeera ennungi nga kasiima ate mugenyi mukulu olwaleero. Obugalo obwo nno bw'akatabo akajja munzikirize mpite Pipi Francis Bule kamange bwe nava ku bwa president ate ye n'abukwata abeeko ekyenkizo kyayanjula olwaleero. Pipi Francis Bule.
Oweekitiibwa Katikkiro, nakutegeeza nti nali mpandiika akatabo ku buweereza bwo. Nina essanyu okutegeeza nti akatabo ako nnakamaze era ke kano. Akatabo ako kali mu Lungereza nga kayitibwa Mayiga a Transformational Katikkiro. Akatabo kano katunuulidde obuweereza bwo nga kekenneenya ensonga ssemasonga 5 ziweeyama eri Obuganda nti bw'ogenda okutambuliza obukulembeze bwo newa wootuuse mu nsonga ezo. Kajjayo emiramwa emikulu mu buweereza bwo gy'ozze osimbako ennyo essira ng'obwerufu, obukozi n'okulwanyisa obukenuzi. Kalimu n'ebyokuyiga ebirala bingi. Kwogera ku ttaka, Abaganda twetunzeeko nnyo ettaka nakyo ekiyinza otutuviiramu. Kwogera ku nfuga eya federo na biki ebyetaaga okutunuulira, ate ne kwogera ne ku nteekateeka ya gavumenti ez'ebitundu nga yeesigamizza ku Buganda model ngeri ku masaza, magombolola n'emiruka, nga kagezaako okulaga nti enkola gye tulimu kaakati eno ey'obukiiko LCs nga ffe tulina ate enkola eyaffe yali esingako olw'okuba nti bali abalondebwa mu masaza, mu mituba, mu masaza, magombolola ne emiruka baba bamaze okwekennenyezebwa, n'olwekyo baweereza obulungi okusinga enkola eno gye tulina. Era ssebo kakusiima okuba nti nno gwe watandika dda okulaba nti ozzaawo enkola eyo mu nkola y'ebitundu mu Buganda. Sandisobodde kuwandika akatabo kano Oweekitiibwa Katikkiro senga mbadde ssenyumiriza mu bwa Sseruganda bwe tumaze naawe emyaka egisukka mu 3 okuva tukyali bavubuka okutuukira ddala kaakati we tuli, era nakyo kiri kimu ku bitabo mu kitabo kino. Nzikiriza ssebo kwanjulira akatabo kano era nja kusaba ng'ekiseera kituuse okatongoze.
That's past President Francis Bule. And of course, when you hear Bule and Mayiga Company Advocates, you don't add anything more. Sebo yoyo mnamateeka munno, the land friends, Francis, and at a later time when you have the opportunity, we'll gracefully request you to unveil the book and launch it. Mwebale nnyo mu kaseera kano munzikirize nyanirize Oweekitiibwa ennyo Robert Waggwa Nsibirwa. He was district governor of the Rotary District 9211 2015-2016, who is officially going to introduce the Katikkiro and also request him to come and do and perform the installations of the 3 presidents within this family. Past District Governor Robert.
Mukama wange Katikkiro, President ROTARY CLUB of Kasangati, ROTARY CLUB of Kasangati, ROTARY CLUB in Nangabo, and Rotary family. It's my singular honor to introduce to you our guest of honor. Our guest of honor is a qualified lawyer and a partner on sabbatical leave with Bule and Mayiga advocates in Kampala. He has served Buganda Kingdom for over 28 years, having started as the secretary to Sabataka Supreme Council. He was first appointed as the junior minister in charge of Luchika Affairs and was later appointed Minister of Youth and Cabinet Affairs. He later became the Minister of Luchiko Information, Cabinet Affairs, and at the same time, the official spokesperson of the Kingdom, a position he held until May 2013, when he was appointed Katikiro. He has been a director in many organizations, companies, and himself is a serial practicing entrepreneur, having started a sizable number of business entities. Our guest of honor was born to Salongo, now the late, Cyprian Kebi Mukasa, and Nalongo Rebecca Mukasa, also the late of Kasanje, Kabonera Masaka. He is a proud member of Mutima clan. He went to Butale Mixed Primary School, Nkoni Boys, St. Henry's Chitovu for O levels, and St. Mary's College Subi for his A levels. He later joined Makerere University, where he graduated with a bachelor's in laws, and later he got a postgraduate training at the Law Development Center. He is an ardent writer, and he has so far authored at least 3 books. I say at least 3 books. King on the Throne, The Story of the Restoration of the Kingdom of Buganda, Buganda Kuntiko, a book which highlights the aspirations of the kingdom in the current times, and most recently, Uganda, the 7 Key Transformation Idea, a book which illustrates the aspirations of this country. I'm honored to have been able to serve with him. He's a family man. I married to one wife, Margaret, and they have between them several children. Mu Buganda tebabala baana. His interests are in sports and music. Join me to welcome Owekitiibwa Charles Peter Mayiga, our guest of honor. Our guest. Our guest of honor, you are going to install 3 presidents, and I'll invite that your assistant brings over the microphone, and I will be here to try and support you in this exercise. I wish now to invite Rukia and the outgoing president, Juliana of Nangabo, to step forward and stand before the Katikiro with social distancing between yourselves and between him. Now, Juliana, you'll peacefully hand over that chain of office to our guest of honor. We congratulate you. And now, our guest of honor will install Rukia as the 6th president of the ROTARY Club of Nangabo. Congratulations, Rukia. And everybody is here standing up to congratulate you. May we have Joanna and Musana doing the same. Thank you, Musana, for service. I see you are due to join Rotary. And remember, the dues are now And the Katikiro now installs Joanna Dungu Owengabi, mother to Katikiro. Congratulations, Joanna, and may you have a wonderful year of service. And now may I invite President Mildred. This is the time. And President-elect Elizabeth. We have seen and heard what you have done, President Mildred. You have served and connected. We congratulate you. May you willingly hand over the instrument of this office of this club, Kasangati, to our guest of honor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let us clap for Mildred. And right now, our guest of honor is installing Rotary Elizabeth as the 19th president of the ROTARY CLUB of Kasangati. Congratulations. And I want to invite the Andy to stand on the right side of you for the photo opportunity. In social distancing. You may remove your mask for a minute so that the photo may... May I request the daughter to come? You may never get this chance again to have a photo where the Katikiro is and Sadbulangi. So your Facebook may get some good reviews. And lastly, may I invite the outgoing and incoming AG very quickly. Carry the other side. Social distancing, please. Yeah. Papalas, are you done? Thank you. The rest may go, but President Elizabeth and Mildred stay. And the other invite President Joan on one side and President Musana on the other side. To have this photo moment. And lastly but not least, Rukia and Juliana. Do you have spouses? Not yet? Okay. It's okay. Thank you very much.
Webale nnyo past district governor Robert Wagwansivirwa ogwo mukolo nagwo guwedde kakati munzikirize mu kaseera kano nyanirize President Lukia ne President Joanna bombi bajje mu ddakiika emu kwebaza obuweereza na kutukakasa nti bajja kusobola okuweereza nga bwe babataddeko ebigambo ebirala ndooza tujja kuba tusobola okubyogerako ate mu handover fellowship yaffe eneddako. Tujja kutandika ne President Joanna.
Good afternoon, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, invited guests, I greet you all. First of all, it is an honor for me to be here, installed alongside two other ladies in the Rotary family, and I'm especially honored that my club members put that trust in me to elect me to serve as their president in the Rotary year 2020-2021. I believe our year of service will truly put our theme, Rotary opens opportunities, into action, considering we're in strange times of COVID-19. Despite all these unforeseen circumstances, we have managed to overcome everything and continue doing our work. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. I'm very, very sorry. Okay. I look forward to working with my incoming board, especially on completing our sanitation project in Kasangati at St. Maria Goretti, as well as tackling issues concerning mental health, especially among the youth, since they're usually left behind when it comes to such matters. People should be willing and should be able to go and seek these mental health services even when they feel that they have been stigmatized. People should, by the end of my service, people should feel that it is okay to go and ask someone and seek for help instead of going into suicide. Sorry. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much for your trust. And may God bless you.
Our invited guests, good afternoon to you all. They are telling me to just accept one lang. But, okay, I would like to talk about our project that we are going to carry out this year. We are going to focus on vocational skilling through empowering youth, and this project is going to take place in Nama Sub-County, where we are going to empower youth with skills. We carried out assessment in Nama Sub-County and we found out that there is a lot of school dropout in the area, early pregnancy and all that. So we decided that the only thing we can do in this community is to empower them with skills so that they can earn something and improve on their lives. I would love to thank my club members who have entrusted me to be their president year 2020, 2021, and I call upon all Rotarians, Rotaractors, and the world at large to come together and open opportunities for youth, because youth are the future, the backbone, and the hope of this nation. I, Nachwa Rukia, I accept to be the president of the ROTARY Club of Nangabo, year 2020, 2021, and let's stay safe. Let's create visible and impactful opportunities for youth. Thank you.
My incoming president, Elizabeth, I know how far Kavaganda is. When you try to traverse through these roads, certainly I see you having scientific evening. Can you come and make your remarks with all that in mind? Please welcome with me our incoming president of the Club of Kasangati.
Thank you very much, our guest of honor. I'm indeed humbled and privileged to have you today. There's a Luganda adage which says, Negozade akubirengalo, akubirengomanozina, and today that adage is justified. We are honored today with President Lukia and President Joan, because the future of Rotary goes through the youth, and that is why we were installed together. Thank you so much for presiding over this occasion. I'm very, very grateful to my family who have made me able to become a Rotarian. Thank you so much, Professor. Would you like to put it up? As you heard, I first became a volunteer service provider when I walked through the Inner Wheel Club of Kampala, and through that I came face to face with people with disturbing degrees of disability. And since then, I vowed to my God that I will serve whoever, whenever, with whatsoever, so that we can make the world a better place. Today, as I become the 19th president of the Rotary Club of Kasangati, I wish to thank Mother Rotary Club of Kasangati for the trust that they had in me and my indomitable team, with which we shall be able to take on the year and the mantle. I want to thank President Mildred for a very successful year, which has seen us achieve a number of global grants, and I'm very, very grateful for that. Today, our guests of honor, we are privileged to be in your gardens, courtesy of the partnership that the Rotary Club of Kasangati has acquired with the Majestic Brands and BBS Telefina, and we are indeed grateful. And that is the future of Rotary, getting corporate members as well as individual members to join Rotary, because Rotary, as evidenced today, is going to walk through the youth and the new generation if there's going to be continuity. I want to thank all of you, our viewers, our friends of Rotary, for the generosity and for enabling us to do what we do best, service above service, service above self. I want to say thank you so much to all of you. I want to invite you to come and join Rotary because it is a humanitarian service so that we can lend a hand because there are so many needy people in our communities. This year we shall concentrate on the youth engagement because we want to be more felt in our societies. We want to touch we want to touch Makukuba, which is our signature project, by putting up a number of classrooms which will certainly enhance the well-being of that community. We also intend to do a number of projects, especially with regard to maternal and health and child health. The fact that I'm a mother, I would like to concentrate on that. And Kasangati Health Center being our focus, we shall certainly do a lot in that area. I've got a board, which I'm sorry I cannot be able to pronounce now, but it is in my magazine. Kindly look at that. I want to say thank you all to our viewers. Thank you for being with us. And we look forward to serving in an opportunity year with all the ages, with our district governors, and with everybody. Thank you so much. May God bless you as you stay safe. And finally, allow me to accept that I'm going to be the president of the Rotary Club of Kasangati 2020-2021. Thank you very much. Allow me to invite over my spouse, who I mentioned earlier. Professor Edward Frederick Sempebwa is my spouse. He's my Ande, but he's also an honorary member of the Rotary Club of Kasangati. And I would like to say thank you so much to him because this journey, he has been very, very instrumental in this journey. Much as I'd like to recognize PP Francis Bule, PP Julie, PP Ron, Carol, Ivan, and all the members of our installation team who have made this possible. BBS Terefina, thank you so much with Majestic Plaza, Majestic Brands. We can't thank you well enough, but thank you for portraying to the world that Rotary exists and Rotary will go on. Thank you so much.
Father Okwaniriza, President Wafe, and the first gentleman of the club. At this moment, allow me to invite the guest of honor, Oweekitiibwa Charles Peter Maiga, the Katikiro, to make remarks, but also launch the book by PP Francis Bule in his opportune time.
Oh.
Robert Sibirwa, the second Deputy Katikiro and Minister in charge of Finance. They've got these abbreviations. You can't avoid them when you are dealing with Rotary. PDG. I think that means past district. PE Elizabeth, is that P? Elizabeth Sempe? P? Oh, President-elect. Honorary Rotarian Edward Frederick Sempebwa, I understand called the Andy. Past presidents of Rotary, particularly Francis Bule, my friend and partner. Ronald Kawadwa, who is Mukungu Wakabaka, CEO of Majestic Brands. Julie Kamuze Musoke, who has been, I think the liaison, I don't know what you call them. She's been sending me the emails, the WhatsApp messages, the telephone calls. I think she works efficiently. That's my impression. ladies and gentlemen, this is a two-in-one event. The major one is the installation of the president of the Rotary Club of Kasangati and the young ones, the Rotractors. But it also involves launching of a book which has just been handed over to me. And I think I should start with the book, because the main event is the Rotary activity. And usually the big things come last. When Francis asked me to launch this book, I asked him whether it wouldn't look like Napoleon's coronation. You know, at that very moment, when the crown was about to be placed on the head of Napoleon, he grabbed it from the Pope, and the Pope had traveled all the way from Rome for the purpose of crowning the emperor. So he grabbed the crown from the Pope and placed it upon himself, Napoleon Bonaparte. So when I asked him that question, Francis replied that Napoleon had fought his own wars, the wars that made him emperor. In this case, it is not me who wrote the book. So he concluded that he saw nothing wrong with me launching a book about me. That's what he said. When Francis and I finalized law training, I had a short stint with the Department of Public Prosecutions. And I think I was doing fine. My immediate boss that time, famous lawyer Makadosmas Kavega, believed in me. He even sent me to the Supreme Court when I was a pupil state attorney. And I actually won my case in the Supreme Court when I was very young. But then I had this thing about business. I went to do business in Chukubo. And this never, for even one day, go well with Francis Bure. You know, he had this conservative notion that a lawyer must be dressed in a tie, in a suit, you know, this kind of thing. That a lawyer must go to court to slug it out with members of the legal profession, the likes of the professor here. So this was his view, Francis. Even if I made a good start in business, you know, in Chukubo. I was the first in our law class year to buy a car, and he knows it. But he didn't believe that was a good sign for me to stay doing business. So one day he persuaded me to join the Sabataka Supreme Council. The Sabataka Supreme Council is the precursor to the Buganda Luchiko. That is the Parliament of the Kingdom for mwenzetu kutoka Kenya. So I accepted because I thought I would be doing that for about 6 months. And I would go back to my Chikubo business. Well, the 6 months turned out into 3 years. And the 3 years, as you heard the Ochichibu and Siviro tell you my brief history, catapulted me into the Mengo ministerial positions and other responsibilities for 18 years, sitting on different boards of Mengo organizations and companies. Now, the 21 years of service to the Kabaka led me into the position of Katikiro. 7 years now, and apparently still counting. You know? So, I could be right if I said that if it wasn't for Francis Bure, I would be having several shopping malls and arcades named the CPM Plaza all over Kampala. If it wasn't for him. Conversely, if it wasn't for his disapproval of my working in Chikubo, I wouldn't be Katikiro today. You get it? So I leave it to you to decide which is better between being Katikiro of Buganda and owning plazas named after myself. I leave it to you. Francis and I have lived our lives together. You heard him. We did law school together. We started Wool and Mike Advocates together 26 years ago this year. We ran other businesses together. We helped each other get married. We socialized and continue to socialize together. Basically, we have been in each other's lives all our lives. So I really don't know. I wonder whether we are just friends and partners or we are brothers. Certainly, our children used to think we were siblings when they were younger. One time we had a Christmas get-together in my home village, Kasanje, which he mentioned, and all my siblings were there. So one of our daughters asked me, "Daddy, where is Uncle Bule?" They always call him Uncle Bule, and his children call me Uncle Maiga, which I love absolutely because everyone else calls me Uncle Peter. Where is Uncle Bule? Then I didn't know what to tell the young girl. I wasn't about to start explaining that he wasn't actually my sibling. So I told her, "You'll go and ask him when you see him." I don't know whether she asked him. I don't know what answer he gave her, but that's how they saw us. So you can see that Francis knows me quite well, and he understands my ways. He's probably one of the most suitable persons to recount my journey as Katikiro of Buganda. I thank you, Francis, for this book. I'm not going to urge you or the public to buy it and read it. I'm not going to do that because there are certain things I don't want you to discover about me. However, I thank you for supporting me. I thank you, Francis, for supporting me and for helping me become a better person. It's very interesting because you can never meet two people who are more different. Me and Francis, we are very different. Where he's cautious, I'm forthright. Where I'm loud, he's quiet. Where I may quickly hit off with people, his approach will be a little reserved. But we also have much in common. And the beauty has been in especially Francis's ability to identify my few positives and to nurture them. And I'm very grateful. The contents of this book, I've read it. He sent me the manuscript and I read the book. The contents have so humbled me. And I have the absolute honor and privilege and pleasure to announce Maiga, a transformational Katikiro, launched. Because we are on BBS Terefina, njagala abe Kasanje nabo bategeere. Tebalinganga mu abasoma oluzungu ne mulumalayo. Ekitabo kino kiwandiikiddwa muganda wange Francis Buule. Sinze namutuma. Yeye yeetuma. N'akiwandiika. Ku ngeri gye nkuttemu obuvunaanyizibwa Ssaabasajja Kabaka bwe yankwasa okutuuka kati. Waliwo bangi abatakimanyi. Naye bwe namala amateeka ne ngenda okukolako mu gavumenti eyo ng'omuwaabi wa gavumenti. Ne nkola ebbanga ttono nandibadde tibyali bibi nnyo ne njagala nkole obusuubuzi eyo mu kikuubo. Naye Francis Buule nga tayagala nsuubule. Simanyi oba kati endowooza ye yakyuka naye mu budde obwo nga manyi balooya basiba mataayi nakwata kalaamu nakuwoza misango. Sirowooza nti yaseeseetukawo nnyo awo. kaakati n'abeera buli kaseera nga ncunyaacunya olw'okubeera mu kikuubo nandibadde ebintu byali tebiŋŋendera bubi abo bonna baabuule nze nabasooka okugula emmotoka n'abalala bonna be twasoma nabo naye lwa mu kikuubo eyo kale yantwala ew'ekitiibwa John W. Katende akola ne Professor Sempeebwa ono ne ntandika okukola emirimu gya Kabaka mu 91 mbadde naye ebbanga lyonna kyemuvudde mulanga muyita muganda wange nandibadde ye wammamba nga nze ndi wa mutima era ndowooza ye muntu omutuufu okumpandiikako kati kubanga ntegeera bulungi okusinga abantu abalala bangi sebo weebale nnyo muganda wange okumpandikako ekitabo kino abaagala okwongera okuntegeera mugende mukigule mukisome mujja kusangamu bingi nze nakisomye era ndowooza nti kino kirungi kubanga ffe tetumanyi nnyo okuwandiika bitabo ffe abaddugavu tetumanyi na kubisoma awo nno kino kya muwendo nnyo kyakoze era mwebaza nnyo era nkitongozza now to the main event why we are here. I believe this is I think this installation of a Rotary president is the first of its kind, because it's possibly the very first in this venue. I don't know whether there is any other Rotary president who has ever within the gardens of Bulangi. This must be the first, and it is something for the president to, I believe, be proud of, because this is the headquarters of the Kingdom of Buganda. But because they've got a partnership with BBS Telefina, and because all of us couldn't fit in the studios, it was thought prudent that we assemble here in the gardens. So while I'm the guest of honor, I think it should be in order that it's me who welcomes everyone, because around here I'm the chief. In the absence of the Kabaka, of course. So I thank President Elizabeth Sempeebwa for choosing me as guest of honor at her installation. And I think it's payback time. Like you heard her say, Tinegwoza day, akukubira engoma nozina. Before she went to the central bank, she was a teacher. She was my teacher of English for a short time. I did a short stint at Chitant Hill School, and she was a teacher then. She was a very young lady then. We used to whisper about her beauty when she was, when she had just ended her lessons. And we were teenagers, very naughty, we were very young. And I thought she was very beautiful. She's still very beautiful, actually, as you can see. And, my mentor here, Professor Sempeebwa, must have had a good eye. And thank you for supporting my teacher in this role. Africa is the least developed continent on earth. We all know this. That's why themes around social and economic transformation are very popular. Wherever we focus on the well-being of the citizens everywhere. Ideas to bring about positive change are initiated every day. Solutions are offered. Economic blocks have been formed all over Africa, all over the continent. Interactive programs have been launched. Political federations have been proposed, all in the bid to find socio-economic solutions to the challenges in the continent. In my view, what misses out all the time are governance issues or leadership issues. If Uganda or Africa wishes to go far, we need to learn to find solutions to small problems. Our biggest challenge, it's a leadership problem. We want to find very big solutions, at times to very small problems. I always tell the CEOs in the kingdom, the Ronald Kawadwas and his colleagues, that the food for small fish, the food for big fish is small fish. If you want big fish, take care of the small fish. You'll have plenty of big fish. Failure to come up with common sense solutions is what makes our country and our continent lament all the time. Yet the ability to provide answers to the small things, to the small everyday challenges, is what makes Rotary stand out. You had them, the young ones, the Rotaractors and the Rotarians. There is effective leadership. That's why I said what misses out in the solution finding mechanism is to leave out governance or leadership issues for the continent, for the countries. Effective leadership, as that which Rotary has, which it has built over the years, provides the simple but much needed answers. The services which bring smiles to the faces of many, wherever Rotary visits. I think Africa needs to learn from Rotary and pay attention to the ethos of leadership. In my view, the answers are not in the big conferences or at the IMF headquarters, as we often think. That's not where the answers are. The answers are in good hygiene and public health. You hear the young girls talk about sanitary pads. You know? The answers are in clean and sufficient quantities of water. You hear about the boreholes. You've had them this afternoon. The answers are in basic education. The kind of education that equips the citizens with the tools that enables them to live decently. You heard about classroom blocks being built. The answers are in training the youth to identify the opportunities and markets around them. Because there are plenty of markets, there are plenty of opportunities. We don't train the young people to identify them. We don't. We think we must fly to the IMF to go to the big conferences in Geneva and all over the world. The answers are in personal integrity. Personal integrity. I was reading in the magazine, the Tear Gas magazine, that was sent to me electronically, where one of the leaders was talking about zero tolerance for fraud. That's where the answers lie. We don't talk about these things. We talk about the East African community, or even Africa as one big country, the Gaddafi style. You remember the African Union thing? Those are not the solutions. The answers are in protecting the environment. I like the Go Green, it's called Go Green. Mission Green that was initiated by President Ken Mugisha. And we are in partnership with Rotary. The Kingdom has a partnership with Rotary to protect the environment. Those are the answers we need. Such are the simple solutions that Rotary provides. But the impact is felt every day. Rotary manages these programs and more because your focus starts with leadership. Because your focus starts with leadership. I congratulate Elizabeth Sempebwa, the new president, and the young president, upon your ascendance at the club presidents. I trust that at the end of your tenure, the Rotary Club of Kasangati will have impacted itself more for the good of humanity. Mu Africa, kizibu okumala ennaku bbiri nga towulidde boogera kulwanyisa bwavu oba kulongoosa mbeera z'abantu kizibu nnyo kubanga ffe tusinga obwavu ffe tusinga okubeera obubi okusoomoozebwa kwe tulina amaanyi gaffe n'amagezi gaffe tugamalidde ku bintu ebinene ennyo ne twerabira obuntu obutono obusookerwako emmale mu nnyanja eryankejje emmale ekyennyanja kinene kiryankejje kirya mukene bwe tuba twagala ebyennyanja ebinene bwe tuba twagala ebintu ebinene tuyiga okukola obuntu obutono obusookerwako mu Afrika obukulembeze tetubufaako twagala kukola mikago twagala kukola biki oluusi twagala kuzimba nguudo okuva e Mombasa okutuuka e Kigali okuva e Addis Ababa ogenda e Mombasa tebyandibadde bibi naye tusookere ku bisookerwako nga Rotary bwekola Rotary efaayo nnyo ku bukulembeze obukulembeze obwo ne bugiyamba okuzuula ensonga entono ezisookerwako eziyamba omuntu asookerwako obuyonjo si bwe buleeta ebyobulamu amazzi agamala ng'ate mayonjo timutubulidde nayikondo ze musima wano okufaayo ku muntu owa bulijjo asookerwako tulidde bano abaana abato nga batwala oba sanitary pad kyeki mu Luganda nga batwala sanitary pad eyo mu bana abaana abato abeekoonya obugere bwe bakiyita mu Luganda omwana bwe yeekoona akagere kitegeerekeka byebisookerwako ebyenjigiriza ebiyamba abantu byebisookerwako naye okubituukako kiva ku bukulembeze obukulembeze bubanga butegeera embeera eriwo ekyo Rotary yakiyiga nnyo era ffe abakulembeze tusobola n'okukoppa Rotary mu ekyo omukulembeze essira aliteeka ku bantu bakulembera n'ebibagasa si bintu binene mu Afrika tulooleza mu bintu binene tulooleza mu kukoppa beeru naye ebintu ebisookerwako ebyandizimbye omuntu neyeerwanako okwejja mu mbeera gy'alimu ey'obwavu tetubifaako ensonga z'obukulembeze tetuzifaako kale enkola ya Rotary njeegomba nnyo era kyemuva mulaba nti buli kaseera we mubeera nange embeerawo It's my honor and privilege to announce all of you installed and to wish you good life and to stay safe. Ssaabasajja Kabaka awangaale.
Engalo tezimala ezo ez'Oweekitiibwa Charles Peter Mayiga Katikkiro. And I forgot to mention that he's a Paul Harris Fellow, Level 2, multiple Paul Harris Fellow from the Rotary Club of Lubaga.
So again, another scientific function, installation that has been reigned over by the Katikkiro of Buganda, Charles Peter Mayiga. He has given a very important message that I think most Rotary clubs should take on. Because we choose our leaders at the beginning of every year, we are able to implement the solutions for the problems that we've chosen all over the year. We are able to tackle the simple problems, the small problems. We do not have to look at the huge problems. We do not have to go to the IMF. We just need to look at the small problems and solve them. But only with good governance can you be able to implement properly. It has been an amazing installation. These used to be evenings, long evenings with beautiful gowns, people talking about things that they've done throughout the year. But interestingly, this scientific installation has given us a lot more meaning because Rotary is giving to you in your sitting rooms what we are doing. You've heard what the presidents are going to do, the water, the boreholes, and the different projects they're going to do. I invite you today to come and join us in Rotary. Though somebody has got to invite you to Rotary. There are 4,000 Rotarians in this district. I'm sure next to you, you can find somebody to invite you to Rotary. My name is Carol Kakoza, and I bring to you the Rotary Moment. Thank you.
married to Professor Edward Frederick Sempebwa, and between us, we have parented several children and several grandchildren. Before I became a Rotarian, I worked with the Central Bank of Uganda, and now I've retired to Kitez Mixed Farm, where I spend a lot of our time. Today, as I become a Rotarian, I want to briefly tell you about how I became a Rotarian. I first went through the Inner Wheel Club of Kampala, which is a women volunteer organization, which is also working hand in hand with Rotary. My first assignment was to give out 5 wheelchairs to lame people. And when I saw these lame people moving to get their wheelchairs, I was humbled. And since then, I vowed to my God that I will serve and share whatever I have with the less needy in our communities. In my Rotary Club of Kasangati, where I'm currently the president today, I've been the membership director, I've also been the sergeant at arms, and I look forward to serving as the president of the Rotary Club with all my board members. I wish to invite many other people to come and join us so that we can take on this humanitarian service of serving humanity. Please come and join us as corporate members, as individual members, because the more hands we have, the more job we shall do. May God bless you all. Thank you very much.